everyone. My name is selcouthmind. I am excited to be here on very short notice at No Star Wars Allowed. I'm going to be showcasing Dicey Dungeons, full game, any percent, with glitches. That's right, this run has glitches. But don't panic, it's okay. It's fine. If I did this glitchless, we'd be here for 27 hours. I don't want to be here for 27 hours. I want to be here for just a little over an hour. The first thing we're going to do is we have to reset the process, our progress. So boom, we've done that. And then now we will be ready to start. So time is going to begin when I click play. So in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, and now we have a bunch of text to match through. The basic storyline of this game is Dicey Dungeons is a reality TV show where humans come on to compete to win their ultimate desire. However, what they don't know is that they have been going to be turned into dice. And the dungeon's rigged. Sorry, spoiler alert. The dungeon's rigged. You're not getting out of here. You're just not escaping. And so here we are. This is the tutorial. This is why we reset, because if you don't reset, you will have to end up replaying everything. It's going to explain mechanics. We're going to really just see the warrior, who has this combat roll here, which is a thing that lets you reroll 1 die. It lets you reroll up to 3 times. And then as well, our Fury is going to be charged. We're going to be told to use it. This doubles our next action. So all of a sudden that 6 does 12 damage, finishing off that enemy. Alright, we're going to ignore the health. We do not need the health. Oh, I got a battle axe. Very nice. Very nice. I believe the battle axe is scripted. I was trying to recall. It has been a moment since I did this run, but there we go. And by a moment, I mean like a month or so. Been busy on other projects here, but I'm excited to be here showcasing it. Alright, so we need to roll, and boom, there we go. The 1 die got fired, got burned, which meant it cost me 2 health to unlock it to make use of it. That's fine. I do have to collect these items here, even though these items are not really useful for us, but, you know, we gotta do. Alright, final fight of the tutorial. This fight can have some RNG to it. It's not completely preset, like a lot of them are. We could check what our enemy's going to do. We're not going to bother, because the Jester only does status effect damage. So in this case, going to do freeze. Freeze in this particular level rolls a die and turns it to be worth 1, which is not what we really want. It's not the greatest time. You may also notice that sometimes it looks like controller indications are coming, like left trigger, X, the different things. That's accurate, because I'm playing this with double controller. This is necessary for some of the glitches. So I'm predominantly using... Shoot, that was unfortunate. I'm predominantly using my mouse, and then I'm also using my controller for certain glitches, just because it makes execution of them significantly easier. This is a little bit of a slow Jester fight, but we got out of it pretty well. And yes, you can glitch this game. We're gonna get to some glitches after we finish this first level, which is Warrior 1, if you've already beat it once. Otherwise, it's known as the tutorial. Now we're out of the true tutorial section, and now we're just finishing up the Warrior episode as normal. So one of the things you'll notice I'm doing a lot is I'm having to do a lot of math really quickly. My items also have restrictions. For example, Battle Axe, you can only put a max of 4 into it, which is okay, but a little challenging to use at times. That is unfortunate. I'm going to bump this. So bump allows me to reroll and gain something, but if I put a 6 in, instead of moving it up 1, it gives me the 6 back plus a 1. Not a ton of damage back, but still useful. Alright, boom. That's the wizard down. Quick mass, very quick mass. Okay, we're gonna take boomerang. We're on floor 2. So one of the things we are looking for is we need to find on a chest in floor 3 an item called the Crystal Sword. This item is very important. This run gets very difficult without it. We're gonna hope we get it quickly. Otherwise, I'm gonna be doing some backup strats. Hopefully. Again, this is a roguelike. It's one of my favorite games. It is a dungeon crawler roguelike, but that does mean there's a lot of RNG to it, which can be interesting. Weakened for the status effect you saw there, that has an impact upon... I don't want any of those. I'm going to heal quickly. So that has an impact upon how, like, strong an item is, essentially. Very nice. We were able to get a 4 and a 6. Yeah, otherwise, by and large, we're going to be spending a lot of fighting very normally here, right now. This is your very standard kind of fighting. I'm going to bump that up to get that. I'm going to do that because I want to burn a die. I'm going to do more damage that way. Keymaster is a little bit of a slow fight, but it is what it is. So I guess another important thing to understand about Dicey Dungeons categories. We have any percent and we have all fights. This is how we break up the leaderboard. So all fights means every fight in a dungeon. So any episode you play, you must complete every fight. And I believe actually for full game, if you want to run full game, you must actually do every single episode. Spoiler alert, with the glitches, we're going to be skipping the majority of this game. It's very interesting. We skip a lot of this game with the glitches. But that's the primary difference, is any percent, you can do any number of fights, and with all fights, you must do every fight possible. All fights, all fights, oh, it's bump, that's not good. Alright, so I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna do a little backup situation. Actually, hang on, I gotta set up here for this first. Alright, so here we're gonna see our glitch occur for the first time. I just gotta set things up a little bit. Alright. Alright, so what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna select that, back to title, play, continue, equipment, boom. As you see, I have a ghost copy of it. Now, I'm now going to upgrade one of those because Boomerang does a lot of damage. And so we don't want to have a whole bunch of, we don't want an inventory full of non-upgraded boomerangs. It's not a fun time. So basically what we're doing here by doing this glitch is we are making the game think that we have a second copy of it, which is weird. And this time I'm not going to go in to my equipment. I am just going to keep that stored there. And this way I can take that item that is stored with me out of this episode and into the next one. It's not the ideal item. There's items I would far rather have in my inventory like that, but it works. This is doable for now. And as you can see, the boomerang is very powerful because it does 2 times the amount of damage of whatever item you put into it. The downside of them is they do 3 damage back to you, so you don't want to do, like, you want to try and avoid doing too much damage to yourself if you can, because that's a real fast way to die in this game. Okay, Rat King. We don't want to fight more. We got some interesting enemies here on this level. Alright, let's see. Ooh, come on. Reroll for me, please. We'll do this. Boom, let's go. So, Rat King didn't even get a chance to fight, which is what makes us so fast. Excuse me. I'm gonna take Snowman. It's a slight risk, because Snowman, I don't get access to the shop potentially by healing. Skeleton hurts. That's the scary part, is we have a skeleton fight after this. So I need to not take too much damage. Okay. Almost, I should be good though, because now if as long as I roll even a 1, which I will roll ones because I'm gonna get frozen. So this will be a 1, and so I put that in. Boom, Snowman's dead. 18 health is a little scary. Question. Ooh, that's a little scary. We're gonna risk it. Skeleton, let's go. Fury. Sorry, I gotta do some of a fast math here. Okay, let's Fury this. Let's go. Okay, this is what I mean about fast math, and we leveled up, which is perfect. I'm gonna take that, because if I upgrade a piece of equipment, I will lose my stored item. Ife is not the greatest enemy to see here, but not the worst. She's not super high in damage, but she does a lot of status effects, and status effects are not our friend in this run. Oh shoot, okay. I'm actually gonna Fury that, which might seem... Oh! That was that one. Okay, good to know. That was my unupgraded one. I normally put it on the right side. That's okay, I still have enough health, I should be fine. She does add shield, which is a little tricky. But 3 damage was far less than she could have done there. Fury. Need to Fury that. I'm gonna do this. Boom, okay, that's Ife done. Oh, alright, and now we are in the wheel spin section here. The Jester's gonna tell us a whole bunch of things about if we land on our thing. Spin the wheel, chat. Let's spin the wheel. Are we gonna win our prize? No. We're not. We're doomed to be stuck here. Alright, now we've unlocked the thief, so what we're gonna do is do a little glitch to land over in the thief here. And we're not actually gonna complete the thief episode 1. We're just gonna die as fast as we can. We're gonna go wolf puppy. And so I'm gonna play this entire section with my controller. It's just a little bit faster for button mashing. I need the wolf puppy to do a lot of damage to me. Like that, that's perfect. So a large part of this run is also just understanding what different enemies can do, because it's very, very important for this next section where we go and unlock all the characters to understand the different enemies, what they do, how much damage potential they have, because again, to be fast, come on puppy, please hit me, come on, you can do it. You want the damage to be done as fast as possible because otherwise it's very slow. And the thief unfortunately doesn't have an ability to damage back at himself, so you're stuck with whatever the puppy's gonna do. I'm trying to think, which one? Alright, so that's fine. Thief is defeated. Robot's continued. Alright, we're gonna do the robot now. And same deal. We're gonna just continue. The robot is very interesting. The robot has a roll mechanic. We have Wolf Puppy. We're gonna take Wolf Puppy again. Either of these would have been okay. I just personally prefer Wolf Puppy. Beautiful. Also, it looks like the Wolf Puppy's items are different. Nope, they are the same. I was just confused. I thought the Wolf Puppy bite was not yellow, but it is yellow. And now we're just kind of button mashing. So chat, how you doing? How has the event been? It has been a great time from what I've been seeing. I've been enjoying it. I hope you have been enjoying. No Star Wars allowed. Absolutely no Star Wars allowed. No Star Wars in this event. Just lots of dice in this run. All right, we have the inventor. We have her little introduction scene here. The inventor is very cute, very hard to play. But she's very sweet if you actually like read her storylines. Ooh, we're gonna take Hothead. That's not my favorite enemies to see here, but we'll take the Hothead, because Hothead will potentially do damage to us. Yep. Alright, so here's another thing that you can do. If you have an enemy like Hothead, you can use that to do some damage to you. So I'm actually going to switch to, once again, double input here, where I have my controller in one hand and I have my mouse in the other, just so I can pop the burn faster, just to keep doing more damage to me even quicker. And then I can still button mash to end turn, because it's just faster to button mash to end your turn than it is to scroll all the way over. All right, now for the witch, who's very lovely. We're not going to unlock the 6th character. If there is a 6th character, it's the Jester. We're not going to unlock them in this run. We're going to glitch right past them. Because welcome to the chaos that is this run. All right. So the witch is kind of wants to be a bit of like an influencer. She's very She's very puzzle based. If you enjoy puzzles, you will probably enjoy playing the witch. And now we get to sit through Wolf Puppy rolling terribly. Okay, the music of this game is a ton of fun. It's great to listen to. And we'll send me back to far more exciting action, because after we knock the witch out, we will return back to the warrior, and we're going to do several warrior episodes. With a slight twist. We're going to do some interesting chaos there. Indeed, Chipsil is a legend. Soundtracks are so good. All right, boom. Let's go. Witch is defeated. All right, then we're going to go all the way back to warrior, and we're going to go over to episode 3. Which there's a little cutscene here. All right, we're gonna go into equipment. Hey, it's saved, good. All right, so we are once again going to do our duplication glitch, which don't ask me why this works. I don't know if the community has figured out why it works. It just does, and sometimes you don't question why a glitch works. You just accept that it does. All right, so we're gonna continue. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, and then I'm gonna do once more. I am hoping to obtain the item I need here in this run, but it's okay if not. On to the fight. The gardener here. Do a lot of damage, but it's fine. We will show the gardener who's boss here with boom. Yeah, game gets confused. Don't worry, this is not the most confusing glitch you're gonna see. The game gets really confused eventually. We can do some pretty chaotic things. That was not great rolling, but it is going to give me my fury, so we do have a fury now. Okay, Sneezy's not going to do a ton of damage, which is nice, because we should finish Sneezy off before the sun. Also, I feel bad for Sneezy. Did you know that Sneezy is allergic to the dungeons? Which is basically just their workplace. Could you imagine being allergic to your workplace? That sounds very unfortunate and very unpleasant, and you know, I hope them a better place of employment soon. That's a foreshadowing the ending of this run. All right, I'm gonna fury this. Boom. We're gonna back up and heal. All right, floor 3. Okay, it's on the way. Good. But if we're gonna upgrade it, we have to go backwards. Okay. Just had to map that out in my head. So math. All right, we melted the wizard. Let's go. And we leveled up. Very nice. I'll take that. That's fine. Cactus. Let's hope that the item I need is in there. Otherwise, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep fighting. See, fingers crossed that the game cooperates. I'm gonna fury that. Okay. Fortunately, Cactus doesn't tend to do a ton of damage. Okay, double thorns. Ow, that's a little painful. Okay, there was an apple though. All right, chat. Oh, we didn't get it. Shoot. Okay. That's okay. We can continue, hopefully. This doesn't die. Oh, we have 5 hit points. This is a little scary. That's fine. We can do this. Let's go. I need to just roll a 6 and stick it in this. I say as if that is the world's easiest thing to do in this game. It's fine. No panicking. Alright, direwolf, be kind. Nope. Okay. We're gonna go straight to our backup strat. Normally I would try that one more time, but we're gonna go straight to a backup strat, which is, we're gonna start this episode.
Oh no!
And the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put that down. We're gonna copy a battle axe back out to title. That was not what I intended to do, but we'll put that there. Alright, try this again. I autopiloted. New game! We're going to take the battle axe from episode 2 and put it into episode 3.
Oh no.
Oh, it didn't copy. Okay. Try this again. This is a finicky backup strat. It does work, but sometimes the duplication glitches do bug out a little bit. Right. Nope. I'd hope if I didn't get my buttons confused. All right. Nope. There we go. That's why I didn't copy. I didn't have it selected. All right, new game. Okay. Did it copy this time? Yes, it did. Let's go. All right. I also probably should have warned, it's a little flashy light. It's not truly flashing lights, but it's a little flashy going through all of this. So if you're sensitive to that, maybe look away while I am doing the duplication glitch. It's not true flashing lights, but things are moving pretty fast, and it's a little hard on the eyes. And I say that as the runner who's done this a few times and knows exactly what's happening. All right, for safety, we're going to duplicate that again, and boom. All right, so advantage of the battle axe: we don't take damage. Disadvantage: you can only put a max of 4 into it. So this is why you'll see I have retained the Venus flytrap. Because of Venus flytrap, I can put anything into it. So my 5s and 6s will go in that, and anything 4 and lower will go into the battle axes. Boom, let's go. But the big advantage here, for safety, is I don't risk having having to do damage to myself to do damage to them, which is a danger with really low health. And so in that case, as you saw, I got just too low on health and did not survive. So this is safer. It's not as fast, but it is, that level of safety is just very helpful. All right, this is floor 3. We have to fight the firemen because we have to open this chest because the item we need can only be found in chests on floor 3. Very nice, we got a 6, so we healed up, which is nice. 6, I'm gonna Fury that so I can gain more health back. Okay, let's hope the crystal sword is in here. I'll explain the crystal sword once we get it. It's a very powerful item. Hey, we got the crystal sword, let's go! Alright. So I'm actually gonna open this up, put that in there for now. We do need to get to this upgrading station, but we are now set. The run has blessed us with RNG. And the game gave us one of the best songs in the game, but I killed the marshmallow too fast. Alright, so we're going to upgrade the crystal sword, and then we're going to equipment, and chat, you are not ready for this. I'm going to keep one... I want to keep a battle axe. I'm actually going to keep 2 battle axes as pure safety. Alright. Time to duplicate, let's go! Again, why this glitch works, I don't know. I also don't recall how someone found it, but there's some real strange glitches in this game. Most of them are not useful for runs, but every once in a while, someone in the Discord just posts like a screenshot or a video and just like, hey, so this happened. And then usually we have to decide if it's useful. I'm gonna fight the snowman rather than the super alchemist. And you're gonna see now why this is so powerful. It does 3 times the damage. But the disadvantage is you can use each one once. Now you're only supposed to have 1 in your inventory at a time. We're just ignoring that rule. It's fine. We don't need to pay attention to normal game rules. This is a speedrun. Who pays attention to normal rules in a speedrun? Alright, we have a Fury. Let's see what else we can get. That's a 6, so good. I'm gonna Fury. Boom. So as you can see, the enemies now melt. This is why we want crystal swords, and we want to upgrade it so we can have a lot of them. Ideally, I would get 1 more item. This is terrible, Loud Bird Rat King. It's not the worst combination. That floor is kind of scary. Loudbird is terrifying. If you've ever played the game, you are aware of how terrifying Loudbird is. Also, I forgot to mention, this episode, every time I level up, I lose 2 max HP points. Alright, it's gonna dodge. That's fine, because this will take it out. Boom. That's not the worst situation. Rat King, let's go, we'll heal. I am also, for safety, because I have had the duplication glitch fail on me before, I am going to basically reset and double check that I do actually have 1 stored before I go into the final boss. For sheer safety, because once again, this is a marathon, we want to attempt to do our best to stay on schedule. Okay, I did have 1 saved, that's fine. We are going to store 1. I cannot check. Once I check it, it voids it and I have to restore it. Beatrice is not the worst boss. I have 18 HP. Yeah, this isn't terrible. Let's just see what we get. Please give me something other than a 6, thank you. I roll this to higher. Shoot, she left that at 2. Okay. She is under half health though. This is a good start. Now how much damage and how much shock is she gonna do? This is the scary part. Oh, Beatrice, ma'am, please. Please. Again, as you can see, I'm really low HP. This is why it's really nice to not have to worry. Oh no! I should have rerolled that. Alright. Fingers crossed, chat, fingers crossed. Let's hope. Nope, we're dead. She has enough to do enough damage. Fortunately, we have the item stored, so we should be able to just go straight into it. Needs to be stored. Yes, it's stored. Okay, good. Alright, we gotta set this up again. That is the one downside of this category is, just this whole game is a speedrun, is sometimes RNG just decides it doesn't like you. But because we have the item, we now no longer have to take potentially extra fights to obtain it. We can just go straight through, melt the enemies because crystal swords are super powerful. Okay, that was enough. I have enough stored, let's go. Boom. Yeah, Frog, say hi and bye to Frog, because goodbye, Froggy. Alchemist Stairhead, yeah, not bad. Now, I will say, if you're looking at this run and going, this looks kind of fun, but like, I don't like glitches. I don't like doing glitched runs. Very valid. There is a ton of glitchless categories for this game. There's a lot of ILs as well, like, this is one of the longest categories for the game. Most of them are sub 10 minutes because, again, it is an IL dominant community. And almost everything is done glitchless. So there's options. If you've ever played this game, you're like, oh, I enjoyed this character, or I enjoyed that mechanic. Great. Come join us, because there is a category for literally everyone in this game. All right. I'm gonna settle in and focus a little bit just to try and speed through, because that death was very unfortunate and it's gonna push us a little tight on time. So I'm gonna focus a little bit more. But if chat has questions, or if you want to just vibe to the music, either works. Health is good. I don't want to fury that. No. We'll take the health, let's go. Kraken, no! Alright, Kraken, my least favorite enemy in the game, but on the upside, hi, we can just do this. Boom. At least in this category, Kraken is not that bad. You just kind of melt them. Which is nice. Kraken is really scary. It's so scary. I don't like the Kraken, but it's okay. Singer can also be really rough, casually. She does a lot of damage really easily. Come on, please give me 5. Give me 5. Okay, I'll take 4. Boom. We're gonna get weakened twice. We did gain a Fury out of that, though, which will be nice for the final boss, and we'll need to... max. Boom. Excuse me. Is there any health in here? Let's go. Okay. Before we go into the boss, I am, once again, because I am slightly paranoid, going to confirm that we have a crystal sword. That was weird. I don't know why that Ha! That's never happened before, chat. That's never happened before. All right, we're gonna just confirm we have one saved and fix that, because for some reason the item unupgraded itself. I've never seen that's Anyways, this is Buster. Buster's a good boy. Buster's a very good boy, but Buster also breathes fire, and Buster therefore hurts. So let's try and finish Buster fairly quickly, because Buster do kind of hurt. I am going to save 2 crystal swords, just because it's not worth doing 9 damage. It's better to wait and roll and hopefully do something higher. That was a very nice roll for Buster, not very strong for him, which was good news for us. Boom! All right. Okay, finally, we're past Warrior Episode 3. That is the sticking point of this run, typically. Knock on wood. Fingers crossed. RNG, please cooperate with me. Because we gotta do Episode 4. And I gotta set up the glitch again here. Good, the equipment's saved. I have done a run and it was going super well, and then I got into one of the final episodes and my item did not save, and I was very sad, and I think I just abandoned that run because it was so sad that it died. It genuinely is a run killer if for some reason your item duplication fails to carry over. All right, hello Froggy. Everyone say goodbye to Froggy. Which I love the frog. The frog sword is so big. The frog sword is so big compared to everything else. Okay, Sneezy and fire. Shoot. We're gonna take 3 damage, that's fine. So this is elimination round. Things are... Oh, actually, Matt, I misread that situation. Oh well. Just fine. I'm gonna level up here, which means I go back to full health. That's another really important thing of this game when you learn to run it, is making sure you know where you're at in terms of leveling up. Because that just makes it significantly safer and easier. Please give me a 5. Thank you, game. RNG is blessed now. 1 fight. Excellent. We level 1 fight, floor 3. That's really fast. I'm gonna Fury this. Boom. Yeah, we just kind of cruising. We'll take that. I could have taken Boomerang, but I'd have to do some reset up, and I don't feel like doing more reset up. Okay, we have a Kraken. That's spicy, but it's fine because we have an inventory full of crystal swords, illegal crystal swords. I'm not supposed to have all of these. All right, Kraken. I'm gonna do that because, yeah, 9 damage I can do very easily. So this is where the Kraken sucks. The Kraken has the ability to curse you, which means it's a 50% chance for an item to fail, as well as blind your dice. So I have no idea what these things are. I'm gonna do that in the hopes it curses. Boom. I was lucky. I was very lucky that that worked out. Sometimes your blind die are not as kind. Oh, hi, it's the Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter you don't see very often in runs, so we're not going to fight him, but that is a rare enemy sighting. Rhinoceros Beetle is very tough. I'm going to finish him off. My math worked out there. Which is nice, because Rhinoceros Beetle does a lot of damage if you're not careful. Okay, Snowman. Okay. Gotta do some rerolls here. I guess another thought you might be having is, Cell, do you have to do only the warrior episodes? No, I believe you probably could do this game with doing any of the characters. The thing you have to do is you have to complete a episode 6 with one of the characters. The reason why I believe we use the warrior for this is the warrior is just kind of the most consistent. The warrior has really high damage items while having really high health. It's just generally fairly fast to deal with. And so it's just kind of the most consistent. That's just what we use. But you could theoretically, I guess, use a different character if you really wanted to. Another advantage of using the warrior is when you see the final glitch that we're going to do, is it just ensures. I am going to ensure that we have it saved just because, again, mildly paranoid about that. Because, again, like I said, I've had that die on runs and it is a genuine run killer. Madison, we are getting a nice display of different bosses, at least. That is very cool. Madison can be a bit of a pain. She's usually not terrible with this setup. Again, no enemy is really bad with this setup, which is kind of nice. I am going to Fury that. I am going to do that. Okay, and she's going to... Alright, we're going to get some dice burned. That's fine. That gives us a Fury, which was nice. Alright, we're going to Fury this item. Let's go. Boom. Look at that. Goodbye, Madison. Thank you. Sorry, not buying any cookies today. No cookies from Madison. Alright, as usual, the wheel is rigged. Just remember that. The wheel is rigged. All right, on to Parallel Universe. So this is where status effects and different things work a little differently. I will do my best to mention things as they come up, but I am going through things so fast that I usually forget what everything does. What is the Rusty Sword? I'm going to get rid of the Rusty Sword. We are going to just do an inventory full of crystal swords, which is a really slightly risky strat, because again, high damage output, it's nice to have all of them, but it does mean that if I roll a 6, I cannot use it. This is why ideally you would like to pair, have an inventory most of the time of 4 crystal swords and 2 boomerangs, because the boomerangs allow you to do damage to yourself, which allows you to charge up your limit break, giving you your fury faster, and it will let you use the 6s that you can't use in crystal sword. So like there's benefits to it, but also there's risks. All right, crystal sword, final duplication. All right, hothead, let's go. Ah yes, it says fury question mark. Oh right, it's this one. So rather than having our combat roll, we have a combat spatula, which flips the die over. A spatula is an item you can get normally in the game. This one's just combat because it's, I guess, in theme of the combat roll. So we can flip things over, but that means like 2s become 5s. I want 2s here. I want 2s and 5s. 3s and 4s are also okay. I don't want 1s and I don't want 6s, because with the setup I have right now, I cannot use 1. Well, I can use 1s, but it's usually not worth it to. And I can't use 6s. I'm gonna do that just to hopefully finish off the magician a little faster. Alright, so the shield in this case will heal the magician if he were to live through that round. He didn't, so it's fine for us. We're gonna continue. I don't need to heal or grab anything. Floor 3 has been kind to us. We've been getting a lot of single fight floor 3s. Which of course is obviously the speediest option to get. And then after this we have our final episode to do before we go into the final boss, which will be glitchless. We'll be ending the glitches once we get there. I don't want any of those. I will just do this. And we cannot take an item with us into the final boss area, which is fine, because we're not going to use the warrior. We're going to get to actually see a different character, which is exciting. The question will be, which character do I want to do? Chat, if you want to vote, because you'll have a few minutes for this, should I do the final boss as witch or as thief? Do let me know. Which one would you prefer to see? I'm gonna flip this over. Wasn't the greatest item use there, but it's a little extra damage, because Aurora kind of sucks, and she's kind of annoying. Because, ow. So locked dice means I have to use them in the order they're rolled. I'm gonna flip it upside down to unlock it. Okay, that worked. Aurora can be a really annoying enemy to fight at times, just because she does a lot of status effects. But, 'tis okay. Alright, Singer... Oh, that's a lot of... Oh. I am gonna pop my Fury right here. That's a lot of ones. We're just gonna leave it at that. Alright, boom, okay. I had to math there for a second. Health. Alright, before we go into the final boss, I am once again gonna just double check. It was stored, but again, would rather be absolutely safe than sorry. in a marathon setting like this. Chat, we got Drake. All right. So, yeah, this is a great RNG roll for this. I must use that item, which also means that we have to do our setup again. Actually, I'm gonna go back. We have to reset this up for the carryover into the next episode. Because Drake is a vampire, you can only kill a vampire with what? A wooden stake. Unless he changes rules in this one. He might change rules in this one. This could get interesting. All right. I don't know if I've actually ever had Drake on this particular episode. So I'm gonna be doing some math here. So chat, give me your energy, because this is gonna be interesting. Because what's this say? Okay, so this is a different Drake. Oh no. Poison also works differently. Normally it would tick down, but blind for 2 turns as well. So again, blind normally impacts. Blind normally means your dice are hidden, you can't see. Okay, yeah, he healed up. That's fun. That's very fun. All right. Poison in this case, if you don't clear the poison off the item, it will tick down and do poison to you. Oh no, he's blind. All right, he's not, fortunately he's not doing a ton of damage, which is helpful. It is still a little scary. We're gonna hit this. Drake, buddy, I'm gonna need you to stop doing that. Friendo, buddy, could you stop doing that, please? Please and thank you. I would greatly appreciate it. Okay. Also, full warning for tech. This fight was unexpected. This is probably gonna impact estimate a little bit. Okay. Boom, all right. Good mathing. Let's go. And I got an achievement out of that, which is wild. It's one of my most played games, and apparently there's still achievements for you to get. Oh! My heart rate is a little high. Okay, on to bonus round. I'm gonna really hope that my item's saved. Which one do I'll take nail bat. It's saved! Go! Oh, okay. The run is alive. Still question mark. I'm still slightly terrified because that was not expected. Okay. I'm gonna breathe for a second. Y'all can just vibe and enjoy the music. I am going to store this on an off case I die or something happens and I need to restore it. All right, I'm gonna keep the nail bat as well. That's potentially risky. Yeah, I am doing my best to explain. I normally do not do this run or straight up this category without a commentator. I'll take that, that's fine. So here we have to pick rules. So this is episode 6, and episode 6 adds this thing called rules. So in this case, one of my dice is always going to be frozen at the start. I don't mind that, that's not the worst rule to obtain. It's not my favorite rule, but it's also not terrible. I do want to try and get rid of Nailbat if I can, because Nailbat's gonna do some fun things. I'm gonna actually poke my head in the shop. Nope. Alright. I'm gonna take Wolf Puppy, let's go. I start with a Free Fury? Absolutely I'm gonna start with a Free Fury. Alright. Frozen also, if you couldn't tell, starts with, it impacts your highest roll. I'm gonna poke my head in here again. I want something to replace nail. Boomerang, let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of reset up here, because fun times. I'm going to equipment. I'm going to up. Oh. Back. Upgrade. Upgrade. Let's go. Okay. I'm going to duplicate the boomerang, back out, go into equipment, crystal sword, back to title, store crystal sword. Okay. So we did a little bit of extra storing there. For safety. Now, can I roll a 5, please? Do 12. I'm going to take the extra damage. Boom. But the reason I upgraded before I duplicated the boomerang was then they're both upgraded. Alright, I'm happy with the setup. Change the dice. No, random. RNG. All enemies get a rock. I'll take that rule. Let's go. Because again, I'm not too worried about things that give the enemies lots of bonuses. Because most of the time, I'm able to finish off enemies before they ever get a chance to attack. So it's not that concerning when an enemy gets like a big bonus like that. You know, in this case, the enemy is going to get to it. Oh, actually, no, I miscalculated my math. The enemy did not get to attack. Forgot about the extra fury. All right, 2 damage unless the number gets full. Sure, I'll take that. Let's go. Rotten apple. So if you're not paying attention casually, you will run into this thing called rotten apple, thinking it's health. I have died casually far too many times to this character. Alright, so as long as our limit break, which is our fury bar, stays full, we will not take that extra damage. Ow. Rotten apple? Why? Please. Please don't hurt me. I've done nothing. Well, I have not done nothing to you. I am actively smacking you in the face, but it's fine. It's fine. I leveled up. It's fine. Gargoyle. Assuming Gargoyle works the same as usual? Question mark. Gargoyle should do... Oh, never mind. We don't get to see what Gargoyle does in this episode. It's fine. It's fine. That's my mantra this whole time. I am once again, I am paranoid with reason. On the off chance that we happen to die in the final boss, I need that crystal sword stored. We got Buster again, okay. Alright, chat, it's getting about time for you to decide. Am I going to use Thief or am I going to use the Witch? Either works. I am happy to do either. I just need to know what y'all are preferring. I am actually going to pop this and I'm going to pop it on that. Because that's Buster done. Let's go. Alright. I see a vote for Witch. Witch? Okay. We're going for Witch then, which is generally my preference anyways, but I can technically do either. Alright, so here's our little glitch, and it takes me a few times to try it. I am going to, you see this extra thing here? I have to complete all 6 bonus rounds. I can glitch into it, but it might take a couple tries. Okay. Hey, there we go, second try. So basically what I did was I selected to start a warrior episode, but at the same time moved over into the backstage, making the game think I had triggered to open the backstage. It's confusing. Don't worry about it. Backstage is very different, where we are going to collect characters into our party. So this works differently. We're not adding weapons. We're just adding characters. So the witch here has 4 items. One is a cauldron, which you can put anything in, it will reroll it. It does 1 damage. And then has 2 magic missiles, which for an even will do 5 damage. And then this other one where if it's even when you put in, it does 1 status effect. If it's an odd one, it does another status effect. I cannot allow the witch to die. If the witch dies, backstage is game over. So that is the most important part. We also want to collect a fair number of fighters into our party for safety. We're going to focus maybe on some of the more later ones. So that's generally who I go for. We also have a limit break here of rolling a bunch of even die. I'm gonna weaken. Oh, I could have switched. I forgot I have another one in my party. It's fine. So this is all glitchless now, which is the very cool thing about this particular category, is it becomes glitchless. Okay, we'll set up for that. I also don't mind if I end up sacrificing Wolf Puppy. Wolf Puppy's very cute, don't get me wrong, I adore the Wolf Puppy. But if I have to sacrifice a character, I'm sacrificing Wolf Puppy. Wolf Puppy, friendo. Alright, let's proc your Fury. Which is not going to do us much good here, but it did give us that, so boom. Alright, we're going to help Sneezy get out of here. Cactus and heal. Cactus can't do that much damage, so I'm fine staying on the witch. So sometimes in backstage, you need to actually change off of a character, just to ensure they survive through. I'm gonna switch characters. I'm gonna go Wolf Puppy. Just because Wolf Puppy can proc a Fury. Nope, Wolf Puppy's dead. Okay. Goodbye, Wolf Puppy. It was good knowing you. Alright, we are gonna do this. We're gonna pop this one in. Oh, shoot. Okay. Switch fighters over to Sneezy. Let's go. Actually, I don't want to do that because I don't want to take that much damage. That would I've done extra damage because of the thorns. Alright, we're gonna heal. We're gonna heal up the witch. We're gonna go here, and this is literally just get an extra dice because we can't upgrade anything. We don't need to heal yet. I'm gonna just check my party. 3, okay. Do I want Rhino Beetle? We might do an extra fight to grab the Rhino Beetle. Just for safety. Odd becomes shock? Sure. Let's go. I like getting the Singer because the Singer does weaken damage, and weakened is actually very useful. Because we are heading to fight Lady Luck. That was what all the dialogue was there. It was the 6 dice confronting Lady Luck, going, hey, you tricked us, this was not the deal we agreed to, this was not, like, you promised us these things, and now instead we're stuck here fighting, and, like, this is not fair. And so we are joining up with the minions, we're basically unionizing, and we are breaking out. If we can defeat Lady Luck. Lady Luck is a very hard fight. Because she doesn't play fair. If you know anything about Lady Luck, you know she does not play fair. Alright, we're gonna hit her with that, and then... I'm gonna go to Cactus. I'm just worried enough about how much damage she can do that I don't want to accidentally sacrifice the witch. Yes, that was wise. Okay, Cactus, we are gonna go, and we are gonna go grab the extra character. Alright, we're gonna heal first, though, because... Oh, goodness. We're gonna grab an extra die as well, quickly, because once again, rather than it being a shop, it's grab a die. Alright, we're gonna go grab the Rhino Beetle. I'm okay if we end up sacrificing Sneezy. Again, I would prefer to heal the end of this once I know for sure what's up. Alright. Singer. Max of 4 on each. We're gonna pop against all odds to get lots of stuff here, and that's actually almost enough to proc her big damage thing. And as you can see, Weakened has made the Rhinoceros Beetle way less strong, which is gonna mean we're gonna take less damage in the process of fighting it. Switch fighter. You. Shoots that were one. It's unfortunate that we're one away, but we're not going to take a ton of damage because, again, the Singer did all the weekend. Boom, let's go. Alright, we're going to do a heal here. Who needs to be healed? The Witch is fine right there. I'm going to heal Sneezy. The Singer has a little bit of damage as well, but 14 is manageable. Okay, we're going to take both of these characters. We're going to take Skeleton. We're going to fight Skeleton first. Think of what I want to hit it with here. We're going to put Singer here, and we're going to weaken. Still gonna get cursed, which is unfortunate, so we can't use Singer for this round. Unless we want to risk it. Risk it, yeah. Okay, that was worth risking. Weakened and shocked, which is good for us. We're gonna take 7 damage. Not terrible. We have lots of healing available to us. We also now have against all odds, which I don't know if we're gonna need right here. Let's see. Has higher damage output. Rhino Beetle? Okay, we are gonna pop that. Boom. Okay, Skeleton's in our party. Skeleton does a ton of damage, which is very nice to have. The ideal character you want to see here to pick up is the Rat King. We did not, unfortunately, get the Rat King, just RNG, but I'm fairly happy with the party we have. Alright, time for Audrey. I'm gonna weaken Audrey. Just because, again, Weakened is very powerful. I'm only weakening one of her items, which is a little scary, and we weakened the one that I preferred to... Okay. Alright, so we need to not touch Singer. Yeah, because Singer does no damage now, essentially. We have a lot of high damage here, so we're actually going to pop over to Skeleton to do 11 damage. Okay, we have against all odds. Max of 5. Let's see. Double 4. Let's do that. Sneezy! Hello, friend. You got a job. Let's go. Oh, come on. Boom. Okay, that's not terrible. This is looking like we go back to... Oh, Singer has 4 health. Which... you can only change once per turn, so you have to be very careful in terms of your planning of who you're going to go back to if you are going to change. And that's going to become even more important when we actually hit Lady Luck after this fight. I rolled a 6. Then we're gonna sing her. Let's go. Boom. All right. We're gonna heal up some characters. The witch is gonna get healed, and then who else needs healing? Ooh, skeleton. I'm gonna heal Singer, just because Singer is pretty solid. All right, it's time to fight Lady Luck. There's 3 phases to this fight. We do have to fight all 3 phases. There is not, to my knowledge, a way to skip any of them. I think one has been theorized, but it's not been successfully ever executed. All right, so basically she's like, I don't need popularity, I have power, and she does have power. This is her area. The important thing we need to do is we need to read. Hat wearers only take 1 damage, so we are not going to change off of the witch here, because the witch is a hat wearer, and therefore will only take 1 damage. So we have to see what her rule is. She always rolls 6s, is what it is, but she has rules, so we have to know what character to end on. These rules are sensitive to what we have. Okay, animals only take 1 damage. To think about where we're gonna go. Animals take. It's gonna kill. All right, we're gonna sacrifice Sneezy. This is why I like to have some extras, so I have one that's sacrificial if I need to. So it's 1 damage, but none of my characters have a shield, which means I can't do anything about it. Now, the advantage of being knocked out is we can check hat, shield, animal. Okay. We're gonna sacrifice the rhino. Which is not my favorite thing to do, but it's about the only thing I can do. Because I didn't have anything that fit all of those criteria. Alright, what's her next move? Okay, she's gonna issue commandments. Audrey, let's go. Okay, we can actually switch to something else. Who do we want to fight? Witch, let's go. Alright, so this is heading into the start of phase 2 now. Which, because she's weakened, she's gonna get cursed, which is nice for us. This is why I like having weakened going into this fight. Oh, continue. Hit the wrong button there. Alright, so now we're in phase 2. Don't look at my equipment. I have to? Okay. Like, that's not really something I can just not do. Switch fighter. I'm gonna take 12 damage. You have 14, so you can take 12. And that should give us against the odds as well. No, it doesn't give us against the odds quite yet. Oh, she's gonna dodge the next thing. That's unfortunate. Don't reduce any countdowns. I love seeing that one. That's my favorite. 12 damage, shock all equipment. Skeleton. For the 10 damage, let's go. Okay, no damage, just shocking all equipment. I will take that, thank you. Don't use 3s, ma'am. Okay. All right, we're gonna go here. We're switching over to Audrey because Audrey has a lot of health, and this is gonna do a lot of damage. But it was cursed. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, we have to switch off to someone else here. What do I switch to? Skelly, let's go. Don't use 4s, okay. I was hoping to get 2. 18. Can't stay on you. Who can take 18 damage? You can take 18 damage. End turn immediately. That's fine. We still get 4 damage in. And that's procced against all odds, which is nice. All right. Okay. We're gonna put the highest ones in. Okay, 12 damage. Can the skeleton sustain 12 damage? Skeleton cannot. Singer, let's go. I'm gonna risk the curses because I think the curses should stay on the singer who's going to die. If not, I may have just caused myself some chaos. Oh, she's live. Okay. Okay. So this is gonna get fun. Reduce health to 1. Health. What did she do? I don't know what that's gonna do. I don't want to accidentally glitch out the game. So we're just gonna do that. We're sacrificing Audrey because we have the singer. Okay, this is phase 3. Phase 3 should go fast. Knock on wood. A, the curse is cleared, which is weird. I'm not sure why the curse is cleared, but I'm going to just be very happy about that and accept. Burn all die. Singer, let's go. You get to be sacrificed this turn. That would have been survivable if I had 3 more hit points. Okay. Singer's knocked out. Damage. We're gonna start with the skeleton. Curse, let's go. I am gonna switch over to Audrey, and I'm going to allow Audrey to be the sacrifice here. Let's be cursed. It worked. Okay. Okay, RNG is in our favor. Let's go. We got this. What do I do? Shoot. We're gonna leave Audrey. A sacrifice there. Okay, we got against all odds. All right, this might be the final round. Chat, give me your energy. Curse. This is gonna be all right. Time is coming up. Time is coming up. And time. Impossible. Except turns out this is exactly what she wanted. Spoiler alert, there's a whole big long cutscene full of text. I'm not going to show all of it, but we'll go to this ending happy screen here. Turns out this was her plan all along, that we would eventually defeat her and like beat her and like all these things. This was her plan. Why this was her plan, I don't know. It's weird, but hey, it is what it is. But hey, that's a new PB for me. That was not bad. That was, you know, RNG could have been way worse. I'm very happy with that time. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this run, if you want to see more of me, you can find me over on twitch.tv/selcouthmind. Or you can find all of my socials at selcouthmind.neocities.org. I think I've forgotten the URL for my website, but you can find me different places. Yeah, I am happy to have had a chance to showcase this at the last second, and I hope you enjoy the rest of absolutely no Star Wars allowed. No Star Wars allowed here. Take care, everyone.